Hello anybody and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. I'm Mr. Devious, or just Deeb, and in the last episode, we arrived at Booster Tower and got ourselves Bowser in the party. He is the main man, the big man, Bowser himself, and I see right now that Mallow needs healing, so we're going to take care of that. And we started, and we went about halfway up Booster's Tower. It's kind of hard to gauge the length. This is one of the longer dungeons in the game, and in today's episode, we're hopefully going to be finishing it up for the most part. So reading this sign, it says, take a look at Booster's family portraits in order from oldest to youngest. So if you remember from the start of the tower, also the nice music is playing again as kind of a callback to the first part of the tower, you need to talk to these portraits in order of oldest to youngest, as said. So you need to find the first one, which is this guy with the glasses over here. Then it's Mr. Yellow Hat. And then after that, it's, no, is it the pirate or the thug-looking guy? I think it's this guy. And then it's this dude, and then the one that looks like the most modern Booster, you look at that, and it's Booster! Oh, thank you for that, Booster. And for that, we got the Elder Key. Yeah. But yeah, this is definitely one of the longer dungeons in the game, and it's definitely going to be in your best interests to look around, because you get some of the best equipment in the game just from this area alone. At least stuff that lasts you a while, some really good equipment. And that's one of my things that makes it one of my favorite dungeons, one of my favorite areas in the game, is because there's a lot of loot and stuff you just find. And hey, it's a chain chomp. Let's help it. Oh my. They gaze into each other's eyes.
Mario, she's a bit shy. Look the other way, will ya? You can turn around now. She says she's been locked up ever since she took a bite out of Booster, so now she wants to help us stir up a little trouble.
That is amazing and awesome, and we got a chomp. This is an optional weapon, of course, and this is the only way you can get the chomp weapon. You can later buy a Kink Link item, which is effectively a chomp, but weaker. But otherwise, you want to give that to Bowser because that boosts his already high attack, so now he's going to do even more damage than he already did. It's only like a 10-point boost, but for Bowser, every little bit makes a big difference. So yeah, as you ascend higher in Booster's Tower, you're going to get more of like these tricky areas and like that play around with like the visual design, and it's very appealing visually on like an optical illusion kind of level. Optical illusion. There's also a hidden chest over there if you want to get that stuff. Like here, you need to kind of figure out how you want to do your jump here. And the best way to do it is just kind of jump at it from the angle that guarantees you the most success. There's also a frog coin hidden back here, and there's still 2 more enemies we need to find in Booster's Tower, so hopefully we run into them. And we're going to run into one of them in here, so this is a very interesting room. What's going to happen here is something you'll see eventually, is what you want to do is you kind of want to keep to the coins, because there are spaces here that will explode into enemy encounters. This is the closest thing the game has to random encounters, and it's quite a very frustrating room if you keep getting caught in these things. And look, a new move that kind of looks weird visually. It also does a lot of damage, so that's not good. But let's try out that new chomp that we just got, and we missed. That is frustrating. However, we can hammer them. These things are extremely weak, though, because just by the nature of how easy they are to get into fights with, they also have a very high drop rate on the Lucky Flower that lets you play the little gambling minigame after you finish an enemy encounter. So maybe we'll get to see that. Now what you want to do on the Chain Chomp, when you press the A button, you want to press it as soon as it collides with the enemy, so it goes and eats it. Eats your enemies. So what we want to do is jump over here, jump back, get the room key for that room over there, and then we can go in here. It looks like we're going to get through here with only a little bit of trouble. And for our trouble, we got the Zoom Shoes. Zoom Shoes are an accessory that will increase your speed, which doesn't show here, as well as some of your defense. Now, Bowser doesn't have any accessory yet, so we're going to put that on him. So now he's a little bit faster, speed up by 10, as well as a little defensive boost. Bowser is all, we just got Bowser, and he was naked when we got him, and now he's pretty much all decked out and stuff. Now here we have another new enemy type. These are just normal chomps that you can find. Normal chomps, as you might expect, have very high physical defense, but low magic defense. Full House, that's going to do quite a bit of damage, if it does the actual damage it's supposed to, but we blocked it at the right time. Basically, the best thing to remember with the jesters is the amount of damage they do is related to the goodness of the hand of the name of their attack. Yes, that's exactly what I meant to say. I think you get what I'm saying. The better their hand, the higher the multiplier on their attack. But yeah, that's basically, you can avoid these other guys, even though there's still one more. Wait, have we seen all the enemies? I'll be right back. Alright, that's basically all the enemies. We've seen everything to see in Booster's Tower, and we're actually almost getting near the end. Chaga chaga! Ooh! Chaga chaga honk! This is my personal railway! Eh? My, it's you again! I'm amazed you made it this far. Yes, quite amazing you are. Since you're here, maybe you could clear up something for me. My bride-to-be is chanting, Mario help me, Mario help me. Is she showing her happiness? Hey, wait a second. Maybe Mario is another guy. What if you're this Mario she keeps talking about? Trying to take my bride away? Why don't you take this instead? So, Booster's insane and is going to throw bob-bombs down. If you touch them, you'll get into a fight with them, I'm pretty sure. But if you come back here, the game kind of really heavily hints that you want to get behind this thing. But that's what we're doing and trying to line up. There we go. That still kind of looks a little off, but that will do. And thus the bob-bombs will explode and... That didn't do it! I ran out of bombs. Well, so long. And unfortunately for Booster, he is going to be sad for a long time. Hello, Chain Chomp! I'm not fighting you. I don't need to fight you. We're just gonna keep on going, and we're actually, I think this is actually the end of Booster's Tower. So, yeah. Now, what you want to do in this room is there is a couple of hidden chests. There's one that's a full heal right there, for one thing, and what we want to do is get on top of that chest, and once we do that, we'll be saving. Because you hit that chest, that's a very fun chest to get. You get a goodie bag. A goodie bag is just an item you sell in the shop for like over 500 coins. It's great for that and nothing else. And with that, we are going to save our game because we are getting ready to do something very special. Very special indeed. I should have saved that on another save file, but oh well. We come into this room and there's a little bird cage with the beetle inside, and it kind of looks like Mario's house. And there's a Mario doll up there, and there's a box of all kinds of toys. I think there's a Samus in there. Looks like Booster's into the amiibo fad. I'm sorry, this is dumb. Anyway, we come here and check this door. Hello.
Mario, you did come to rescue me. I was so frightened and lonely. But now that you're here, the door won't open. I think we need Booster's spell to undo the lock on it. Oh, what should we do?
Aha!
What should we do? Booster's returning, isn't he? I know. Hide somewhere and wait until he opens the door.
So this is actually a very interesting part of the game. This is a little mini game where you have to hide behind the curtains to avoid getting caught by Booster and his Snippets. You can get caught 2 times, and then after that you actually enter an optional battle with Booster, which I am going to show off, so we're going to do that. Boss, shouldn't we be concentrating on the girl?
Right. Now, about the girl in my life. Who thinks I should marry her? Well, speak up. A wedding ceremony would make a great party. Ah, a party. We haven't had one of those. It could be fun. So, what is a party?
Well, you drink punch and eat cake, I think.
Drink punch, eat cake? It sounds complicated. I don't know if I can muster the energy to do it. Let's walk through it once. It's wedding rehearsal time.
This guy. We will now begin the ceremony. Walk down the aisle with the, hey, someone make a smile, beautiful bride-to-be.
Wait. Mario always shows up about now to ruin the fun. We've got to take that into consideration, you know. Someone go and get the Mario doll.
It isn't here. Of course it's here. You lazy slobs couldn't find water if you were fish. It's behind those curtains. Number 1, you go and look. Unfortunately, these guys don't have necks. But yeah, as said, we're going to be getting caught first because I want to show off the optional battle. Hey everybody! Did you see someone behind the curtains or was it just me? How creepy. It's a pain, but I think we should check one more time.
Not doing anything.
Well, I really think someone's behind those curtains. I think one more peek is necessary. Gah! It's Mario! That's impossible. He made it past all my traps, but we're gonna trip him up. Huh? That must be Mario. Let's make sure. You, check it out.
So yeah, here we go. We get into a fight optional battle with a Booster and his Sniffets. The Sniffets have a lot of HP, 200 each. We've fought each of them once already, and Booster himself you cannot target yet, but we will be able to go after him after we take care of the Sniffets, which thankfully aren't too bad to deal with, but individually they're not so bad to deal with, but as a team, they do quite a bit, and they take quite a bit of damage to take out, because they have 600 HP altogether, and they all have a lot of magic that can do pretty decent damage to you, not awful, but they are definitely the easier part of this fight, because you want to just kind of take them out one by one. Let's see what much Thunderbolt does to this pair, this trio of enemies, as it were. Takes care of one. Now let's see if we can take care of another. 72, not bad, but we're gonna need to get rid of the rest of that, obviously. Static-E, we have a bad history with, and it looks like it just didn't do that much damage at all. And as you can see, I've been avoiding fights in this tower where I can, so again, I'm at the necessary level to be at. So I guess the Sniffets just, even though they have a lot of spells, they don't really do as much damage as I thought they did. I just remember this fight being really hard and losing at it when I was a kid, so much that I had to do the optional path, or rather that I was trying to do the optional path but got caught because I was bad at video games back then. But now I'm good. And as said, after we are done this optional fight, I'm going to be loading and doing the other option, which is to hide from the Sniffets, and we'll see how that turns out. But for now, we are taking care of the Sniffets, they are taking care of
Harumph! Just as I thought. It is Mario. Let's wind him up.
So Booster, as you can see, hits really hard, and he has 800 HP. He's a pretty tough customer. He has some very powerful attack and very interesting magic, so to speak, which we will be seeing in a bit probably. But for now, we're going to be healing up Mallow, and we are just going to be striking into him with our attacks. He throws bombs, he punches like Mario does, and he hasn't used his special move yet, but it is quite a doozy. Now, Booster actually is weak to jump attacks, so take that into account and use that at your leisure. If you Psychopath him, though, let's see what he's thinking. I haven't been using this move much, mostly because most of the thoughts are pretty stupid, but
this is like realizing you're outside without your clothes on.
Booster, you are weird. But then we already knew that, didn't we? 108, that's a good amount of damage, and he's using the Loco Express. The Loco Express, 12 damage. Well, he hit Bowser with it, and Bowser, as said, is our tank. The Loco Express actually does massive damage if he hits somebody who doesn't have very good damage or very good defense. For some reason, I remember it being a one-hit kill move, but I guess it did 12. I guess. Not as nearly as bad as he used to be. And Bowser blocks. Bowser is a wonderful tank at this time of the game. Why did this fight give me so much trouble when I was younger? Why was he able to kill me so easily? I don't understand. Young Deeblet, how were you not that good? And he's using it again. Who's he using it on? He uses it on Bowser for another paltry 12 damage. We're pretty much already almost done. And Booster pops. And for your trouble, you actually get a ton of money and a ton of experience and a flower box. It's definitely not a bad reward if you choose to go this route instead of the other, but we are going to be rewinding after this scene. And Bowser reaches level 9. This is not canon, so we're just gonna mash through that.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I have a schedule to keep. Move aside so I can open that door.
And at this point, we're gonna be resetting.
before he says the mysterious password, so I'll be back when the minigame restarts. Alrighty, and we are basically back to about the point we were, and we are going to be starting this minigame properly. So yeah, this isn't too bad of a minigame to be doing, because all you have to do is avoid the curtains that they are opening, obviously. This doesn't start out hard at all, and it never really gets super hard if you're kind of quick on the thumb on the joystick, so it's not that bad, but you mainly have to be patient. The first snippet will just kind of look around a little, and after a bit of a non-success, nope, it isn't here. I wouldn't go and lose my Mario doll, you idiots! Ah! Number 2, you look too! So now that we throw a second snippet into the mix, things get a lot trickier, actually, because of the way they move, and they're kind of a little bit unpredictable with their movements and their choices. Whoa, see? Like that, even though I was already technically safe. This part, though, is kind of easy to figure out if you kind of know the pattern or have played this before.
Nope, it isn't here. We can't give up. It's got to be here somewhere. Number 3, it's your turn.
So now we have the third snippet in the mix, because of course we do. And this part actually feels a bit easier than when it was just 2 snippets, just because of the nature of it's hard to move around 3 snippets in a challenging way. Oh god, and then they kind of try to trip you up like that. And as they run around randomly, you want to stand right here.
Wait a minute. This is better than a party. Look out, 'cause here I come.
Oh snap.
Wait a second. It's right up there. I found the Mario doll. But we'll never be able to reach it up there. Oh, this sorrow. What am I gonna do? I'm about to lose it.
And here you have no choice as Booster cries. You stand under the grating, you jump, and down comes the doll.
Goodness, you're so kind. Thank you for getting my doll. I'd like to reward you. Here, take this.
And for that trouble, we got an amulet. That is an accessory that's very good.
May happiness follow you wherever you go. Alright, enough is enough. Cancel the rehearsal. We're going on with the show. Here's the password.
That is a very nice password, if you ask me. Hi, Sniffet 3. Oh. They're not the brightest bunch, and we can go out there to save Princess Peach and finish up this portion of the game, but we're not going to be doing that yet. First, we're just going to be putting the amulet on Bowser just for a nice boost on all of his stats. He doesn't need the Zoom Shoes anymore. We're going to keep the True Form pin on Mario and those on Mallow. We're just going to be putting Zoom Shoes on Geno because he's already the fastest character, and it's nice to give him stat boosts. But yeah, we're not going to be going out there just yet. So yeah, if you want to find out what happens on the other side of this door, then I just hope to see somebody in the next one. Bye-bye!